Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil and this is the third video on Angular 10 series. In the previous two videos we learned about the Angular introduction and how we can install it, and in this video we are just gonna focus on the folder and file structure of the Angular 10, right? So I just divide the folder and files in the two parts, one for the beginners or the fresher levels, so that if you are a fresher or you are a beginner level, then at least you need to know these files, right? And if you are intermediate or the advanced level, then you must have to know the all files, and these are the other files which is important for the advanced level developers, these file plus these files, right? So now let's look at the first file, which is the package.json file. So when you just install your project, Angular project, then first file is package.json is created, and it will just save the all details of your application, like file name, file version, what kind of scripts you are using, and then dependencies, and your package is public or private, this project is public or private, right? And then the dev dependencies. So maybe you have a question that what is the difference between dependencies and dev dependencies? So dependencies are those packages we are just using directly, like we are using the Angular directly, Angular core, Angular form, and the platform browsers and all, we are just using them directly, right? And the dev dependencies are which we are using the indirectly, like these packages maybe we are using as a third party, or maybe these packages are used by our core dependencies, right? And now let's move on the next file, which folder, which is the node modules. So all packages, maybe it's a dependencies or it's a dev dependencies, are installed inside your node modules. When you just open it, you will see lots of packages are here, right? So all npm packages will be installed here, and please keep in mind that you never need to change in this folder. If you just make any kind of change in this folder and you just transfer your code to the other developer, then he will obviously use the npm install, and it will just lose your whole work which is done in the node_modules folder. So you must have to done your all work any other folder rather than the node modules, right? Then which is very important, the src folder. So src folder is basically responsible for your business logic code, and it will, you can say that around 99% of your work will be done inside the src folder, because if you just want to make any kind of configuration change or unit testing, then we have to just write the code outside of the src folder. Otherwise all the modules, all the routing, all the components, css, any kind of things will be written inside the src folder, right? Then let's look out the environment folder, right? So when you are just doubling any application, so it use the many environments. First of all, when you are using it as a developer, then there is a dev environment, then there can be a testing environment, then can be a UAT environment and production environment and all. And you just want to change some configurations and all according to your environment, like file path or color or any kind of thing, like API path also, then you can just make a new file according to your environment, like environment.prod.ts. That means this file is specifically made for the production, right? Here you can see that this is the production environment. So let's say you just want to make a file for the testing environment, then you can put any name and you can make the configuration and all, right? Then assets folder. So assets folder will keep all the files which are a kind of public, like an image, any css, which is like bootstrap css, all you can just put it here, right? Mostly we put here image kind of things, right? Then the index.html. So this is the file which load firstly when you just run your application. So whenever I am just going to loading my application, the first file which is execute, which is the index.html, right? In case of HTML, and when you are just loading your file, and main.ts file is the JS file which is running the first, right? This is the HTML file which run the first, and this is the JS file which run the first, right? And in the index.js file you will find our application title and some other stuff. If you just want to open it here, and here you can see that header and body tag and all. Now let's open the index file here. So you will find the blog1, which is I just written here. So if I just remove it, then you will see the change here also, right? And then we just want to open the body. You will find the app root here, and the app root tag is done also here, right? So this is our HTML file. Then main.ts file. So this file actually making a bridge between your index.html and your JavaScript code, right? It will just take all code from the JavaScript, like app module and environment and core things and dynamic things and everything, and put inside the everything inside the index.html, specifically in the app minus root folder, root tag, right? And you will see that everything which is written in the Angular will be placed inside the app_root tag. Great. Then let's move on the next file, which is the app folder. So app folder is basically responsible for the modules and the components. So now you will ask that what is the module and what is the component. It's a complete functionality or a complete task. You can say that this is a module. For example, a user's module. In user module, it can be include the user sign up, user login, user password setting, user profile, everything about the user, right? So this is a complete module about the user. Now the component. So components are the small unit of the module, you can say that. So here user login is a different component, user sign up is a different component, then user setting, user password and user profile can be the different components, right? So these are the all about the basic level, or you can say that the files and folder which you must have to know if you are a beginner. And if you just want to go for the advanced level, then first file is the editor config, and you will find just here, like here. So it will just configuration your IDE. Here you can see that I'm just using the Visual Studio. If you are using the Atom or brackets or Notepad++, then it will work for the all. So it will just ask which character set we are using, indentation space, style, and indentation size, what should be the size, and what should be the quotes type, single quotes and double quotes and all, and the max line length and white space and all. It you will find the all kind of configuration about the editors, right? Then karma.config, it will use when we are just writing the unit test cases, then we can just make the configuration of the unit test cases are here. Package.log.json file, which will just taking the logs of the json.log file, right? So if you can see that there is a very small code, but when you just open the package minus log.json, you will find the lots of code. It will just keep all the logs about the package.json and make a tree structure of it, right? So that it can handle the all dependencies and dev dependencies and etc., right? Then ts lint. So it will just tell that the how should we use the TypeScript, right? So if you are using some wrong way, then it will just warn us, and sometime it will just give the error so that we can just make it perfect, right? So it will just tell that where we have to use the let, where we have to use the configuration, how we have to use the functions and all, right? So you can just if you just want to see that, here you can check that. It will just ask that the array type should be, is it possible or not, and camel cases and everything that we just want to done, right? Then TypeScript files. I just mentioned here files because you will find a lots of file about the TypeScript configuration spec. It will used for the test cases configuration. TS configuration is basically TypeScript configuration. Base configuration is used for your IDE configurations, like what ECMAScript package and the model should be targeted and loaded and all, right? Then TypeScript app configuration. This file will load your main file and polyfill files and etc., right? After that I just told you about the karma and all, and after that E2E, that simply means the end-to-end file, end-to-end testing actually, right? So when you just want to make your unit test cases and application end-to-end testing, then we actually use this folder. Otherwise at the basic level we don't need to use it, and it have the another own config also, right? So this is all about the configuration files folder. And if you still have any kind of question, you can ask me in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and like this video.